I'll be here till 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, Ram Sham Prabhu class is there. Nobody will be there in that class, so he wants me to read.
Yes, ma'am. So we won't waste time now, we'll do it quickly.
Yeah, continuously. Morning from your class to that class, I jump. From your class to that class, I'll jump. In between, I do chanting. Little bit cooking I did today. So my time goes.
Start, Mataji. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 1. The later pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or the Sesha Lila, and we are reading the synopsis of Mahaprabhu's pastimes in the Sesha Lila. So we read, so far we read Mahaprabhu's, so his Sesha Lila begins after Mahaprabhu accepted sannyas. So after taking sannyas, how he attempted to go to Vrindavan, and then he changed his course and came to Shantipur instead. And from there, on the request of Sachimata, he decided to go to Jagannath Puri instead of to Vrindavan. And finally, he arrived in Jagannath Puri. There were some pastimes, many pastimes that happened on the way to Jagannath Puri, like the breaking of the sannyas danda of Mahaprabhu by Nityananda Prabhu, and going to Bhuvaneshwar, and then Kirchor, Gopinath, Sakshi Gopal, like that. Finally, Mahaprabhu came to Jagannath Puri. Then in Jagannath Puri, Mahaprabhu delivered Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and then he went to South India. So we read in South India, Mahaprabhu went to Kurma Kshetra, then Mahaprabhu went to Jiyada Narasimha.
Jiyada Narasimha and then Panduranga, no?
And then to?
Panduranga.
No, not Panduranga. From Kurma Kshetra to Jiyada Narasimha, then to the banks of river Godavari, where he met Ramananda Rai. From there to Tirumala Tirupati,
Oh, yeah.
and from there to Ahobilam.
Mm.
That's where we stopped yesterday. He will go. Panduranga also he will go, and there he will meet with, he'll find out about his brother. So, yeah. So now we'll continue reading, or I can just quickly go over the translations that we read yesterday so we don't miss anything. See, after bestowing mercy upon Sarvabhauma, 102. Then the Lord started for southern India. When he came to Kurmakshetra, he delivered a person named Vasudev. After visiting Kurmakshetra, the Lord visited the South Indian temple of Jeda Narsimha and offered his prayers to Lord Narsimhadev. On his way, he introduced the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in every village. Once the Lord mistook the forest on the bank of the river Godavari to be Vrindavan. In that place, he happened to meet Ramananda Rai. He visited the places known as Tirumala and Tirupati, where he extensively preached the chanting of the Lord's holy name. After visiting the temples of Tirumala and Tirupati, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to subdue some atheists. He then visited the temple of Ahovila Narsimha. So, then actually we read further also. After Ahovila Narsimha, the Lord went to Sri Rangam. Yes? And then we also read how he stayed in the house of Trimal Bhatta for the 4 months of Chaturmas. I'll just read. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to the land of Sri Rangakshetra on the bank of the Kaveri, he visited the temple of Sri Ranganath and was there overwhelmed in the ecstasy of love of Godhead. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived at the house of Trimalla Bhatta for the 4 months of the rainy season. Sri Trimalla Bhatta was both a member of the Sri Vaishnava community and a learned scholar. Therefore, when he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was both a great scholar and a great devotee of the Lord, he was very much astonished. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed the Chaturmasya months with the Sri Vaishnavas, singing, chanting the holy name and dancing. After the end of Chaturmasya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued traveling throughout South India. At that time, he met Paramananda Puri. I think that's where we stopped yesterday. So, from Ahobala Narsimha, Mahaprabhu went to Rangakshetra, and in Rangakshetra, Sri Rangakshetra, he got darshan of Lord Ranganath, and then he went into ecstasy seeing Lord Ranganath, and there he met with the Sri Vaishnavas, and particularly he stayed in the house of Trimalla Bhatta, who was also a Vaishnava, a Sri Vaishnava, and a great scholar, and also uh, we I think we just discussed about, or maybe it came in the purport, Srila Prabhupada must have explained about Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Gopal Bhatta Goswami, who is the son of Venkat Bhatta. Like that. So after, of course, this is just a synopsis. The details will come again, so no need to worry. After this Sri Rangam, Mahaprabhu continued his South Indian journey, that is after the 4 months of Chaturmasya. Sannyasis don't travel during the month of, traditionally, sannyasis don't travel during the 4 months of Chaturmas, they stay in one place. So Mahaprabhu stayed in Sri Rangam for 4 months. And from there he continued his travels after Chaturmas and he met Paramananda Puri. So from there we will read now. तबे भट्टहारी होते कृष्णदासेरा उद्धार राम जपी विप्रमुखे Krishna nama prachar. So when Mahaprabhu went on South Indian tour, yeah. When Mahaprabhu went to South India, he uh, he had one assistant called Krishnadas, Krishnadas, Kala Krishnadas. So what happened to that person that we are going to read now? So Mahaprabhu had one assistant. So they said, the devotees said, you'll go alone, you'll be in ecstasy, and you won't know where your danda is. Well, the danda was broken already. You don't know where your kamandalu is, where your clothes are, right? And then so we need at least one person. Actually, all the devotees wanted to. Mahaprabhu said, no, I want to go alone. So then said, please take one person, right? So then they sent this Kala Krishna Das to carry Mahaprabhu's, like his kamandalu and maybe a set of clothes for him to change when he takes bath, like that. So this Kala Krishna Das was the assistant of Mahaprabhu. So here we are reading that Tabe Bhattahari, Bhattathari, Tabe Bhattathari hoite Krishna Dasera Uddhar, Rama Japi Vipramukhe Krishna Nama Prachar. After this, Krishnadas, the servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was delivered from the clutches of a Bhattathari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then preached that Lord Krishna's name should also be chanted by Brahmanas who are accustomed to chanting Lord Rama's name. So, let's read about who these Bhattatharis are. In the Malabar district, where does that come? Malabar district. So this is where South India, but where is Malabar? Mataji, do you know? Vrindyavali Mataji? Well, they are in Rangakshetra, so somewhere there. From there, Mahaprabhu traveled going further south. Must be either Tamil Nadu or Kerala, maybe. Anyway, we'll just read. In the Malabar district, a section of the Brahmanas are known as Nambudari Brahmanas. Yes, so Nambudari. Okay, so
Might be
must be
Kerala.
Tamil.
Kerala.
Nambudari means Kerala. In the Malabar district, a section of the Brahmanas are known as Nambudari Brahmanas, and the Bhattataris are their priests. Bhattataris know many tantric black arts, such as the art of killing a person, of bringing him under submission, and of destroying or devastating him. Black magic, yes, tantrics. Bhattataris are tantrics who knew black arts. What type of black arts? The art of killing a person. By chanting mantras, they can kill a person. Of bringing him under submission, right? Just possess somebody and make him work for you. Do whatever you want to do, whatever sinful activities you want to do, you make another person do by, bringing him under your submission by chanting mantras. And of destroying or devastating him. Yeah. One is to just kill a person, and the other person, another thing is to completely, like bewilder him and, make him completely depressed, like that, destroying or devastating him. They knew these arts. Who? The Bhattataris. Who are the Bhattataris? They are the priests of the Nambudari Brahmanas in Malabar district. So, they are very expert in these black arts, and one such Bhattatari bewildered the personal servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu while the servant accompanied the Lord in his travels through South India. Somehow or other, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered this Krishnadas from the clutches of the Bhattatari. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is well known as Patita Pavana, the savior of all fallen souls. And he proved this in his behavior toward his personal servant Krishnadas, whom he saved. Sometimes the word Bhattatari is misspelled in Bengali as Bhattamari. Okay? Sometimes this Bhattatari is misspelled in Bengal as Bhattamari. So this also happened. So actually, yeah, we'll read in detail later on. But for going further south from Sri Rangam, Mahaprabhu went to Malabar district, and while he was traveling, his personal servant Krishnadas was captured attracted and captured by the tantrics, who are the priests of the Nambudari Brahmanas, it is said, and they are called Bhattataris, and they are tantrics. And so they captured him. And so now they would make, after capturing and like hypnotizing that person, they will make that person do whatever they want him to do, like that. But Mahaprabhu went and released his personal servant from these Bhattataris. So the details we will read later on. So the important point is how merciful is Mahaprabhu. He is Patita Pavana. Patita Pavana means he is the deliverer of the fallen souls. That is seen in this incident. Sri Rangapuri Saha Tahai Milana Ramadasa Viprera Koila Dukha Vimochana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then met Sri Rangapuri. Sri Rangapuri. So first we said Mahaprabhu met Paramananda Puri. Then he delivered Krishnadas from Bhattataris. Then Mahaprabhu met Sri Rangapuri and mitigated all the sufferings of a Brahmana named Ramadas. So that will also come. Ramadas is, as the name suggests, a devotee of Lord Ramchandra, and Mahaprabhu mitigated his sufferings. What are the sufferings of this Ramadas? That we will see when we come to that pastime. But now just chronology, just try to remember what all happened in South India Yatra. Okay? After delivering Bhattataris, Mahaprabhu met with Sri Rangapuri. Then he delivered a Brahmana named Ramadas. Something in between? That's all. Sri Rangapuri and Ramadas were delivered. तत्ववादी सहा कोइलो तत्वेर विचार आपना के हीन बुद्धि होइलता सबार. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also had a discussion with the Tattvavadi community, and the Tattvavadis felt themselves to be inferior Vaishnavas. Okay, so there is a purport, comes again anyway. Prabhupada explains in the purport. Mahaprabhu, after this, after mitigating the sufferings of Ramadas, met with the Tattvavadis. He had a discussion with the Tattvavadis. The Tattvavadis felt themselves to be inferior Vaishnavas. Purport: the Tattvavadi sect belongs to Madhvacharya's Vaishnava community. Okay, they are coming from in the line of Madhvacharya, but its behavior differs from the strict Madhvacharya Vaishnava principles. There is one monastery named Uttararadhi, and one of its commanders was named Raghuvarya Tirtha Madhvacharya. Okay. Elsewhere we will read about these Tattvavadis in the purport, elaborate purport. Srila Prabhupada writes about the Tattvavadis. It will come. So when it will come, we will discuss. But the point is, they differ from the teachings of the strict Madhva Vaishnava devotees. Tattvavadi, Tattva, yeah, we'll discuss it when it comes. Just remember that Mahaprabhu had a discussion with Tattvavadis in South India. Ananta Purushottama Sri Janardana Padmanabha Vasudeva Koila Darashana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then visited the Vishnu temples of Anantadev, Purushottama, Sri Janardhan, Padmanabha and Vasudeva. Purport: a temple of Ananta Padmanabha Vishnu is situated in Trivandrum district. So this is Kerala, right? Thiruvananthapuram. Yes, Ananta Padmanabha Vishnu temple. Thiruvananthapuram. This temple is very famous in those quarters. Yeah. Another Vishnu temple named Sri Janardhan is situated about 26 miles north of the Trivandrum district, near the railway station called Barkala. So Mahaprabhu went to Kerala. Okay, also.
Even in this, Ananta Padmanabha Swami, he is the richest God. You must have heard all that.
Yes, Mataji.
He has
Richest
lots
God, I
of,
don't know. Yeah.
no, he has lots of wealth. Some rooms it is, and they cannot even open and check.
Oh, really?
They tried to open the door and all the snakes came.
Oh, wow.
So they're not daring to open that thing. But he has one door, I think they open, and it has so much wealth, gold and other things, jewels, stones and other things. They used to think that Tirupati Balaji is the richest one,
Hmm.
but he's richer than him.
Really?
And
Oh, I didn't know this.
yeah, it came in the thing, Mataji. It's a public thing. So they try to get that wealth because like Balaji's, they are taking politics came and everything, but they couldn't touch that. Ananta Padmanabhis.
Jai.
That is the main thing.
Ananta Padmanabh temple. So Ananta Padmanabh is also laying down, right?
Yeah,
Mataji?
he lays down like that.
Yes.
It's a big statue. I went in
Yes. We were there in Trivandrum in the railway station in the afternoon time. So they said now it's
Might be
afternoon, the Lord is
closed.
sleeping,
Might be
so
closed. Yeah.
closed. So we couldn't actually take darshan, but we were there for many hours in that place.
It's a
But I didn't.
beautiful deity. It's a big, tall, long one. It's you have to go to the feet and then come back to the head, and like that you cannot see whole thing at one time.
At a time. Wow. Jai.
That's one thing.
So that's where Mahaprabhu went. And there are other temples of Lord Vishnu. So Lord went to Anantadev means Ananta Padmanabh. Then he also went to Purushottam, Sri Janardhan. Oh, no, Anantadev is different than Padmanabh. So Padmanabh must be Ananta Padmanabh, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ananta Padmanabhan.
yeah.
Ananta Dev
So
is a different.
different temple name. So Anantadev, then Purushottam, Sri Janardhan, Padmanabh, and Vasudev temples. All in the same area, looks like.
All are
So,
Krishnas. All are Krishnas.
yeah.
Vasudeva.
तबे प्रभु कोइल सप्त ताल विमोचन सेतु बंधे स्नान रामेश्वर दर्शन. After that, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered the celebrated Saptatal trees, took his bath at Setubandha Rameshwar,
Rameshwaram.
and visited the temple of Lord Shiva known as Rameshwar. So Rameshwar is Lord Shiva's temple.
No, Rameshwaram is not Shiva's temple because there Rama put the Shivlinga there. He
So it
just bought
says,
the Shivlinga and he couldn't carry, and he said one little boy came and he gave that Shivlinga to hold it. That boy couldn't hold it and he puts it on the place. So that stayed there only. That is
Ravana brought that Shivlinga.
Ravana. I'm sorry.
No,
So,
but the Setubandha is where Lord Ramchandra constructed
Sri
the
Lanka.
uh,
Setubandha, from tip
bridge.
to Sri Lanka, that's where the Setubandha was there.
So before building that, the Lord was Lord Ramchandra worshipped Lord Shiva. Remember?
Yeah.
So is that the place of
Rameshwaram.
Rameshwar? Yeah. Okay. So here Srila, in the translation is saying that after that, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered the celebrated Saptatal trees. So Saptatal trees means when Sugriva, Lord Ramchandra gave shelter, Abhayam, right?
Sugriva.
Assurance to Sugriva that I will kill Vali. You go and challenge him, because Vali had taken away Sugriva's, literally took the whole kingdom and his wife also, and he
Yeah.
sent him out. So then Sugriva has been living in the forest, in hiding from Vali on one particular mountain where Vali could not come because of being cursed by a rishi there. He could not come there. So Sugriva was taking shelter there. So when he met Lord Ramchandra and Lakshman, then they had this pact, agreement, that Lord Ramchandra would uh, install Sugriva once again, give him his rights back as the king. He will be given the kingdom, and also then Sugriva would help Lord Ramchandra find Sita Devi, like that. So Lord Ramchandra told Sugriva to go and challenge Vali, and I will come and I will kill him. So then
Behind the tree, he will stand and then he kills.
Sugriva said, but I know I have personally experienced the power of Vali. You know, how can I trust that you will actually be able to kill him? So then Lord Ramchandra shot one arrow. Actually, Sugriva says, if you can, you know, because there were 7 tal trees standing one behind the other, and I think they've been
He will
there.
stay behind the tree and then he shoots him. Yeah.
Shoots who? Vali, you mean?
Vali.
No, but
Sugriva
before that.
fight for a while. For a while they will fight and then Rama will.
Before all that, Mataji, before they even go for a fight, Sugriva wants to test Lord Ramchandra if he will be able to actually kill, because he's afraid if I go in front of Vali, he'll kill me. How can I be sure that you will be able to kill? So then Lord Ramchandra shot an arrow, one single arrow, which passed through all 7 tal trees. So then that place, Saptatal, right? Then Sugriva felt, yes, now I believe. Then he went and challenged. And then, as you said, there was a fight, and Lord Ramchandra was hiding behind
Behind
them.
the tree.
Yeah. So, purport by
Mataji,
Srila Prabhupada.
the star tree is still there?
No, what happened was, again, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, we will read that part also. Then he just delivered all the 7 tal trees. They all went back to Godhead. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. So let's read. That will come, because as I said, this is just a synopsis. The details will come later. So in the purport, it is said that the Saptatal trees were very old, massive palm trees. There was once a fight between Vali and his brother Sugriva, and Lord Ramchandra took the side of Sugriva and killed Vali, keeping himself behind one of those celebrated trees. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu toured South India, he embraced the trees, which were delivered and directly promoted to Vaikuntha. Said in the purport. So the same trees were there from Treta Yuga, and even at that time there were very old palm trees, even at that time, like very big trees. But Mahaprabhu was able to, Lord Ramchandra pierced all 7 trees with one arrow, so that assured Sugriva. And then when Mahaprabhu came, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he delivered all of them by embracing them and then sending them back to God. So the trees are not there now. Next. But that place is there. Tahai Korila Kurma Purana Shravana Maya Sita Nileka Ravana Tahate Likhana. At Rameshwar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a chance to read the Kurma Purana, in which he discovered that the form of Sita kidnapped by Ravana was not that of the real Sita, but a mere shadow representation.
Maya Sita.
Maya Sita. Purport. The Kurma Purana states that this shadowy Sita was placed into a fire as a test of chastity. It was Maya Sita who entered the fire and the real Sita who came out of the fire. So this Ramadas who was suffering greatly, he could not bear that Sita Devi was touched by Ravana. So therefore, he could not eat, he could not drink, he was like completely depressed. That's when Mahaprabhu met him. And then further he went south and he brought this Kurma Purana, came back and showed him proof. No, Sita ji was never touched by Ravana. She was nicely, protected and safeguarded by Lord Ramchandra by, keeping her with fire, Agni. And then Maya Sita was Maya Sita was created, and it was this Maya Sita that Ravana kidnapped, and after Ravana was killed, when Lord Ramchandra was going to take Sitaji back, she had to go through this Agni Pariksha test. In that test, she had to walk through fire or enter fire, but still she was not burnt. Everyone saw that she still came out. So the person who entered was Maya Sita, and the person who came out was the original Sita, who came from Agni. So this is there where in Kurma Purana. So Mahaprabhu brought this proof for Ramadas, and he felt very happy. That's how Mahaprabhu removed the sufferings of this devotee Ramadas.
Is this not in the Ramayana, Mataji?
No, we don't read this in Ramayana.
Because
This is given.
what story I heard is some washerman, he says, his wife, that, I'm not Rama to innocently
Right.
take you back. I'm
Right.
not Rama. Then Rama says, you could do the Agni Pariksha. That's what I heard.
Acha. Then after that, when the washerman says that, that's when Lord Ramchandra sends Sita Devi to the
Yeah,
forest. And then when she comes back, he does not ask her for Agni Pariksha, but Sita Devi herself is feeling that, my husband and Supreme Lord, Lord Ramchandra, should not get, there shouldn't be any spot on his character that his
yeah,
wife was touched by another man or she stayed
yeah.
in someone. So although this Agni Pariksha was done,
For their seat.
but it was the proof, the citizens didn't see that.
Yeah.
That happened in Lanka. So then Sita Devi, in order to prove her chastity, why for Lord Ramchandra, so that nobody will ever find any fault with Lord Ramchandra, she said, if I have always been chaste to my Lord, to Lord Ramchandra, if I have never associated with any thought, even thought of another man, even in my dreams, then may the earth goddess open up and take me into her.
She goes to,
She
her mother
goes.
is earth goddess, actually.
Right. Yeah.
That's why she says, I'll go to my mother.
Yes.
He will say.
So that's what happened there. So the Agni Pariksha didn't happen in Ayodhya. That happened in Lanka.
Okay.
So maybe we should
Lot of
just.
stories, Mataji. These things, lot of things. And these are all for moral, See, this is a moral for a wife. She should be chastised to her husband only, not by anybody else. Now, Kali, see what is going on. A lot of
Yeah.
things are changing.
That is why we should stick to Shastra. When we stick to Shastra, now most of the people don't even know these things,
Mhm.
right? So that proper education has to be there. That education system has to be revived.
Yeah.
शुनिया प्रभुरा आनंदिता होइल मना रामदास विप्रेर कथा होइल स्मरना. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very glad to read about the false Sita, and he remembered his meeting with Ramadas Vipra, who was very sorry that Mother Sita had been kidnapped by Ravana. Sei puratana patra agraha kori nila Ramadase dekhaiya dukkha khandaila. Indeed, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eagerly tore this page from the Kurma Purana. He took that particular page to prove to Ramdas. He tore that page. So this was where in Rameshwaram. He found this Kurma Purana in Rameshwaram. So he tore this page from the Kurma Purana, although the book was very old, and he later showed it to Ramdas Vipra, whose unhappiness was mitigated. So on the way back. ब्रह्म संहिता कर्णामृत दुई पुंथि पाया दुई पुस्तक लोया आयला उत्तम जानिया. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also found two other books, namely the Brahma Samhita, which we have today.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was actually brought by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Rameshwar.
Wow.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also found two other books, namely the Brahma Samhita and Krishna Karanamrita. Knowing these books to be excellent, he took them to present to his devotees. Purport. In the olden days, there were no presses, and all the important scriptures were handwritten and kept in large temples. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found the Brahma Samhita and Krishna Karnamrita in handwritten texts, and knowing them to be very authoritative, he took them with him to present to his devotees. Of course, he obtained the permission of the temple commander. Now, both the Brahma Samhita and Krishna Karnamrita are available in print with commentaries by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So we can stop here. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We will continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare